Hey, what's going on? And welcome again to the Money Game with AC. Well, I'm pretty sure you've experienced this. Something that used to cost, I don't know, $10 or $20 2 years ago, or even last year. This year, it's a whole new story. It's a whole new price. Everything is just getting expensive. As a matter of fact, the last time we had the data around how is running hot, it was 40 years high. It's never been this high in the last 40 years. And the last time it was like economic crisis, people losing jobs all over the place. So even though inflation might be a bad thing, it's not necessarily a bad thing, if you see what I mean, because I want to share with you in this video how you can actually make money and profit off of inflation by putting your money to work for you while you sleep, but in the right sectors, in the right investment. And that's precisely what I want to talk about, because a lot of people are making already lots of money while you guys are sitting on the sidelines. I mean, no judging, no hating. I am just saying, literally, I'm just saying, people don't take this and should take this more seriously. That's why I will keep on pressuring, because it's definitely a way how you can make your money work for you while you sleep, because that's the purpose of building wealth. All right, so let's get into it. If you haven't, I mean, again, inflation is at all-time high, but today, Bank of America now expects 7 rate hikes this year, and they propose and suggest how you can actually buy in preparation. And to say buy, talk about stocks in order to get ready when it happens. But here's what is really interesting. It's really interesting because most of the banks, most of the people on Wall Street, on the stock market, are expecting 4 interest rate hikes, because inflation is so high that the Federal Reserve, the central bank, has to do something about it. Like Canada already did something about it. The UK already did something about it. The ECB, which is the European Central Bank, said, for now we're good. So it's really about now the US market. So what they're about to do is definitely going to be a game changer in this current landscape of 2022. So the market, if the market already priced in 4 interest rate hikes, meaning four times Jerome is going to increase rates, more people are now thinking, well, because inflation is even higher than what we expected, it will require actually double than that. So double than that means what? Pretty much every interest rate increase every single month. So it's gonna reshape the entire landscape of this current market structure as we know it now, February 7th. So how to actually prepare and benefit from it? Well, first of all, you have to put your money to work. That's the purpose of building wealth, so that you're working or sleeping or doing something else, your money is actually producing baby money and baby money and baby money. And that's how you get rich. Now, if you look at what they have to say, it's pretty interesting. Bank of America's economists foresee the Federal Reserve raising interest rate hikes by 7 times in 2021. The Fed will be raising rates in an overvalued market. I believe the market is not, all the pockets in the market are not overvalued. There are still very cheap sectors, very cheap stocks that didn't grow as much as others in this last year, and even considering 2020. And that's where you need to be invested, because they need to catch up, not only, but also they need to start growing given the current market circumstances and conditions. So Bank of America is saying that in order to profit, you have to actually look at companies and stocks that have what we call attractive free cash flow. What is free cash flow? Well, free cash flow is really another technical term accountants and CPAs built to say that we need to look at companies making money. Because the more a company is making money, the higher its share price is supposed to grow, because it's by making money you attract investors. It was so easy to make money in stock market in 2021 and in 2020 that 2022 is going to be a lot more difficult. Oh, not a lot more difficult, a lot more challenging. So based on this, you have to be really careful at only looking at companies given what the Federal Reserve around the world are supposed to do in order to fight this inflation. You have to pick the right companies. And that's why they mentioned here around free cash flow, attractive stocks. Now, based on these metrics, these are the sectors that historically perform well during times like these. Consumer discretionary sector, has outperformed the S&P 500 in more hiking cycles. But because here they're facing rising labor costs and wages pressures because everybody's increasing rates now and paying signing bonus to people to join, their company, it's not going to be as it used to because, it's dragging the profits down, which we call the bottom line. The top line, all right? Now, information technology, energy, materials, and staples are other cyclical sectors that have historically done well during rate increases by the central bank. Now, when you consider these sectors, again, IT is really technology, all right? But when you look at stocks like Netflix or Meta, which is actually Facebook, these are considered to be inflated, meaning the price is too much higher than it's supposed to be. Now, it means during these among these sectors, you should be looking at specific stocks, all right? Stocks that are supposed to jump, double your money, triple your money. Yes, triple your money during this inflation thing. So we're looking at what we call the small caps. Small cap stocks outperform typically large caps. The small caps is really those companies that you never heard about them because they are not as big as the Bank of Americas or the Chevron or the AT&Ts, but they are also performing pretty well when you consider the free cash flow metrics we're looking here, how good of a company they are being run and still make money and also pay dividends, for example, to reward you. So based on this, he's looking at, unlike the majority of other hiking cycles, small caps are historically cheap versus large caps today. So bottom line is, go into these sectors, find for companies that are called small caps, and look for those who are cheap within those sectors. That being said, now that we know exactly how to position or where to position ourselves in order to make a lot of money from inflation this year, let me give you 2 examples, or actually 3. If I had $10,000 or $1,000 or $5,000 to invest right now, even $500 to invest right now in order to profit and position myself to make money on inflation, these are the ones I'm going to put my money on. Callon Petroleum. This is a $52 stock, but supposed to go to actually $150. Not in the near, $78 is in the near short term, like in the next month or so, but 100 and past, that probably be like the end of this year and potentially 2023. So very short, medium, and long-term play if you want to stay invested. Now, another one, Grand Sierra Energy. Very cheap, $1.20. Before the pandemic, used to trade around $2, $1.20. So it's not even reached that level yet. But at the current market conditions, including, specifically towards energy, we're looking about 3.5 times, 350% actually. So you're actually multiplying your capital by 3.5 times. Maybe not in the next month or so, but definitely in the long term. And long term, I mean literally the end of this year and the beginning of next year, if everything goes well. And finally, I'm going to mention AMC because it's too good to pass on. Why? Because when you have interest rates being this high, interest rates supposedly this many times supposed to go high, it's going to crush and make the short sellers in AMC or the companies that are making it difficult or preventing the share price from going to the moon. All right. These interest rate increases is going to hurt them a lot. It's going to hurt them a lot. And because it's going to be hurt, they will be forced to get out. That's how you get a short squeeze. That's how you get the stock to go out to the moon. It already went to $70 a share earlier this year in June 2021. And I strongly believe that this is not the highest we've seen in AMC stock. And that's why I included it into this mix. So that will be it for this video. Please let me in the comment section, in the comment section, and give me your thoughts. And what else could I say? I'll see you in the next one. Take care.